go!
Hey guys, it's Retrohead here, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be doing a Lego set review of Lego set 72046, the Lego Gameboy with 421 pieces. This retails for about £55 in most retailers. It's an absolutely incredible Lego set, and one that I really enjoyed building. But in today's video we're going to take a deep dive into the set, looking at all the features, looking at how good it looks for an actual real Game Boy, and also how fun the build was overall. So if you enjoyed this video, please do like, please subscribe to my channel Retrohead. But without further ado, let's get talking about the Lego Game Boy. But just before I get started talking about the Lego Game Boy, I just want to tell you I've got a really bad cold at the minute, and I sound absolutely awful, but I still really wanted to make the video for you guys to watch. So if I sound a little bit rough at the minute, it's because I am really bad cold. But as I said, I still wanted to make this video for you guys to watch. So I bought this from Smith's Toy Superstore for £55. For a 421 piece Lego set, that is a little expensive, I think. But obviously when you're paying for this sort of thing, a Nintendo Lego set, not only are you paying for the amount of Lego and the design and that, but you're also paying for them having to pay for the Nintendo name. Obviously anything is going to be more expensive when it's got the word Nintendo on it. It's the way it's always been. But for how long this must have took to a design to build, it must have took like so many hours, because it's really detailed, and some of the part usage on this is really cool as well. So let's now take a look at how this set actually looks when it's built. So first of all I want to show you some of the features that it has. So you can see it's got a really nice screen here that moves with the word Nintendo on it. It just looks so much like an original Game Boy. It's really impressive. As you can see, it's got the angles exactly right. On-off switch, contrast switch, volume, all that sort of thing, and the buttons even work as well. But when you're holding the set in your hand, it really does feel like holding an original Game Boy. The weight is near enough identical to me, and also the size and the way it just fits in the shape of your hand. It's just so cool how much it feels like playing the real thing. But now let's compare the cartridges to the actual thing. So as you can see, it comes with two cartridges here, Super Mario Land and also Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which are both absolutely amazing Game Boy games. Two really good choices. And comparing it to original Game Boy games, you can see here, they've even got the little indented bit in the top of the cartridge, which is insane detail. But it's got the size exactly right. The colour is a little bit off. I don't know why they've made the cartridges so dark grey as the actual system, but it doesn't really matter, they still look really good. And these two tiles are actually the only sticker elements in this set, and I really like how the rest of the tiles are actually printed tiles. It only comes with a couple of stickers, which is great, because I really hate putting stickers on a Lego model. It's so tricky, and obviously you only really get one chance, because when they're on there, they're really stuck down. So these two cartridges really impressed me. Let's talk a little bit about the build of the Lego set. I thought it was really fun, and I also really like how the inside of it sort of resembles a motherboard, which is really nice. Like, Lego thought about like the structure of the set and how it would feel when it was built, but also about how the inside looked. Like, as you can see, if you look under the D-pad, it even has like little rubber bits that the buttons actually receive. If you take apart a controller or original Game Boy, it looks exactly like that inside, which I thought was quite nice. But there's so many amazing details. I can't go into all of them in this video because they just pack so much into this set. I do think that 421 pieces is quite a nice number. It doesn't take overly long to build, but at the same time it's not a small Lego set. It does take you a little while. 18 plus I do think is a little bit strong. I do think they can appeal this to much younger kids, because I don't think it's a very difficult build, to be honest. But it is a really nice build, and one that just takes a really nice amount of time. I think it took me about an hour and 20 minutes, so not overly long, but at the same time it was a nice build. You know, it took a little while to build, which was good. And I've also got to say about the instructions, as you can see here, these are so easy to follow. Lego make it always really simple, which is really good. As you can see, they number each bag, so all of the pieces you need for a certain amount of steps are in those bags. And the pictures in the instructions for all Lego sets, not just this one, are always so clear and easy to read. It's really good. So now let's compare the Lego Game Boy to the actual Game Boy. So as you can see, I have both of them coming up here. Now this Game Boy I'm using is slightly yellowed, but it's really hard to find a Game Boy nowadays that isn't a bit yellowed over time. But the size and the width of these are so similar, it's incredible. I cannot believe just how good a job Lego actually did of these. Now even the shape is really good, as you can see at the bottom corner where it's slightly slanted down, it is on the Lego set in exactly the same place as well. Both look really good and really impressive, which is nice to see. Obviously it's not a cheap model, so it is good to see that they did do this and did it so well. So now let's talk about changing the cartridges and changing the screen for each game. So as you see, the Game Boy comes with 3 different screens, one that just says Nintendo and 2 with 2 different games on, as we've already said, Mario and Zelda. So if you take off this back panel here, which is meant to look like a battery component, and move this little lever back, you can take out the original screen, which is just the Nintendo one, and put in any screen you wish. I'm going to put in the Mario screen, so I probably prefer Mario to Zelda. So I'll put in the screen here, as you can see, and just push the lever back. And then if you just put on the battery pack, as you can see here, just clip that back on with those few studs. The few studs make it really easy to take it on and off, and it already looks like playing the game. But of course, to complete the experience, you're going to want to put the cartridge in as well. And that is literally just putting like a real Game Boy cartridge in a real Game Boy. Super easy, and even makes a nice sound when you clip it in. And the experience feels so much like putting a cartridge inside an original Game Boy. It's really strange. And as you can see, the holographic looks really cool when you move it. Really looks like Mario's moving on the screen. And what I thought was a really awesome detail on this set was, you know, the start and select buttons, they're not actually rubber buttons, they are actually little Lego tyres that slot into the slot absolutely perfect size. As you can see here, I'll show you some of the Lego tyres that they used. It literally slots straight in, fits in perfectly, and it just presses up and down because it's like a soft rubber. They've not even gone crazy with really technical components for those bits, it literally is 2 Lego tyres, which I thought was really cool. And again, I just went to show a close-up of the model. As you can see here, the on-off switches work really well. There's also a switch for the contrast and volume, which is near enough identical to the original Game Boy. And also what's really cool about these, they've not made special components for this set. They've literally just used Lego Technic gears, which are used to make like machines work and stuff, which I thought was super cool as well. And also at the bottom, there is a headphone jack. And as I said earlier, the only 2 big stickers in this set are on the Mario and Zelda cartridge. They're the only 2 stickers this set uses, and the rest is all printed tiles, which I really like, because as I said, I find stickers a bit difficult on Lego sets. And they look really smart. The printed tiles, there's no outline where the sticker starts and stops, which is really good. And the smartest printed tile in my opinion is the original Game Boy logo just under the screen. It just looks super cool. This set also does actually come with a few little extra bits and pieces, so if you've got a cartridge in the back of the console, you don't have anywhere else to display the other cartridge, and that is where this little stand comes in, as you can see here. Just a smart little black stand, and it looks really good for displaying the cartridge on. But not only that, it does also come with a stand that actually helps stand the original Game Boy. Using the headphone jack, you can just plug it into the little piece in the bottom, and it stands up really well. But I don't even think you really need to use it, because the original Game Boy stands up well on the shelf, and the Lego Game Boy stands up really well on the shelf. I don't think you really need the Lego stand, but it is a nice little thing to have if you want to display it at a bit of an angle like I have just here. But either way on the shelf, this just looks really cool. So do I personally think that the Lego Game Boy is worth picking up in 2025 for £55? I'm going to say yes. I think it's a really nice model and one that takes a really nice amount of time to build. Again, not too difficult but not too hard, but as you can see from some of my collection here, I've been collecting for the Game Boy for absolute years, and I also used to collect a lot of Lego as well. So for me personally, it is worth picking up, but it might not be to you. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe to our channel Retrohead, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!